this is me saying I will not comply. You will not get rights to my property. I'm not giving them. Letter from the prosecuting attorney's office. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Catron, the Bonner County Prosecutor's Office recently received a Planning Department complaint summary regarding the above referenced property. The complaint alleges you or those acting in your behalf constructed a structure on said property without obtaining a building location permit as required by BCRC 11-101. The Planning Department mailed a letter via certified mail to you regarding the violation on May 20th, 2019. We didn't get that one until June. A second certified letter was sent on August 19th, 2019. Since these notifications, the matter remains unresolved. We would like to assist you in resolving the violation as soon as possible. If the matter is not resolved in a timely fashion, it could result in criminal charges or a civil lawsuit being filed against you. Please contact Lee Corneliuson to discuss a resolution of this violation. I will review this matter on November 4th, 2019 to determine if compliance has been completed. So guys, as of right now, it is November 9th, 7th, 8th, 9th. It's past the due date of that last threatening letter. And we're not complying with anything. We're not going to sign any contracts with the corporation of Bonner County. We cannot be forced into contract. As you guys know and saw in my last video dealing with this stuff, we went into the office to try and resolve it. So their letter of trying to resolve this, that's not what it's about. You guys saw firsthand. I went in there and tried to resolve it. I told them I would give them the information that they required, but I was not going to give up my property rights and allow them to just have access to my property for for a year's duration. Now, the way that contract reads, it allows all Bonner County employees or officials access to my property. Every single person employed by Bonner County would then have access to my property for a year to be able to come on at any time. Well, I found that to be unreasonable, and I told them I wasn't going to allow that. So I was not entering into their contract to allow them free reign onto my property. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that I was the reasonable one. I think that I'm the one who made the effort to try and work it out. They're the ones who said, you'll sign this contract and that's it. Guys, keep in mind that this is a building location permit to be able to regulate setbacks, which I'm not in violation of, and they know that I'm not. Also, they wanted me to sign that permit that says that they have access to it, but they also told me that they don't come out and check via that permit. It's not in the scope of that permit was the language that they used, but they still wanted to have the access to my property. So if you're not going to come out to my property to check on something and you're going to take my word for it that it does not violate any setbacks, which it doesn't, yet you're still going to demand that I give you access to my property, that's not going to happen. We're standing up for property rights. I'm standing up for my property rights. So you can fine me, you can put me in jail, but I still will not give up my property rights. I will not comply and sign, check your box. You will not get a year's access to my property. It'll have to be forced 100%. You will have to violate my rights to get it. I am not giving them to you. So there comes a time when something strikes a chord with you, when enough is your enough, when you're tired of the pushback, when you're tired of people repealing your rights slowly and just stripping you down to just a subject that they can just take from whatever, apply any law, any rule, any code to whenever, and never be held accountable for their actions. I've hit my line. This is it. I'm not giving up my rights to anybody. So this is me saying I will not comply. You will not get rights to my property. I'm not giving them to you. Guys, there's rights that we are afforded by our Creator in such a beautiful way that in this country, the founding fathers recognized those natural rights bestowed to us, given to us, and they understood that those rights could not be taken away. Those rights could not be given away. And over the years, bureaucrats and politicians have have slowly tried to take those away and take those away and take those away. And over the course of 200 some years, we've kind of allowed it. But I didn't negotiate my rights away, and nobody can negotiate my rights away on my behalf. So as a free American, I'm standing up for my rights. I'm hanging on to my rights given to me by my Creator, recognized by my forefathers, and you're not getting them. I can't make it any clearer than that. They're my rights. They're not your rights. I couldn't give them up if I wanted to. They were given to me, and they can't be taken away. So that is the situation up to date, guys. If you're new to this entire subject, you can go back and watch the entire playlist and watch this evolve. We've basically, it'll be a year in May or next June. We've basically been getting these harassing letters threatening us with theft. They're going to steal money from us, or jail time. They're gonna try and stick me in a jail cell. Guess that'll teach me. It's their way of trying to extort something from me. I have something that they want. They're using the threat of force to get it. I've taken nothing from no one. I've damaged no parties. None of my neighbors complained. This wasn't a complaint from a neighbor. This was a complaint from an overzealous compliance officer who has too much time on his hands and is a complete liar. So that's where we stand, guys. That is the situation as of today, November the 7th, 8th, or 9th. I don't know. I don't need to know. I live a life of freedom where I don't need to keep track of the times, and I don't need to keep track of the calendar, and I certainly don't need to keep track of other people. It's a beautiful life where we're chasing that freedom, the last bits of freedom this country is going to ever have, unless we start fighting back, pushing back, and telling them no. So guys, get involved in your local area. We've started a group in this area, and it is exploding beautifully. People getting involved, fighting back, going after their rights, protecting their neighbors, and keeping their government in check. And that means getting involved in government as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below, hit that thumbs up, and share this video out, because when it comes down to it, they don't like the social pressure of hearing from people. They certainly don't like us coming in and recording inside their offices, which we are allowed to do. Our First Amendment right allows us to be able to record our public officials in the course of their public duties, serving us, not lording over us. Remember that. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.